Good evening, I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak with
meteorologist Kalee, Dionne.
And we're very excited about this roundtable discussion we're going to have today with some prominent people here in Kansas City about severe weather and perception.
Yeah, it's important as we get started with severe weather season to have our viewers and everyone in the community on the same page.
Is it the sirens? Is it your mobile device? Is it the social media? What really gets you to act?
The ubiquitous cell phone, of which I have two. It's always with me. It's always on, and we have it set up for that. And I think it's important because just about everybody has a cell phone of some sort these days, mostly smartphones.
The thing is, there are different cultural mindsets. A workplace may have a certain mindset and attitude toward weather and warnings. Another workplace may have a different mindset toward it. Household members have a mindset toward a warning, a mother with children. And then there are just different individuals who are brought up different ways who take the warnings with a wide array of attitudes.
You know, you bring up a good point that really just flows perfectly into our next topic, is the fact that there's so many different reactions, and if it's a warning, it is imminent and it needs to be taken care of. I mean, when we put out this for a topic, complacency, because, you know, Gary and Jeff and I have talked several times about it has been relatively quiet over the past several years here in Kansas City. The actual metro area hasn't seen much in regards to, I mean, the last major tornado.
A few years, Andy. It's been a few years.
Yeah, we've been quite a while.
It's been a while, and you know, there's been Joplin, Missouri. There's been more Oklahoma City's been hit over and over again. Greensburg, Kansas, Wichita, Kansas gets the tornado risk. We're concerned that there's a complacency.
Don't think, just do. And we go through training throughout the year to move like this, no questions, be quiet and go downstairs. Because in my position, you can't be complacent.
I think our sense as the National Weather Service is we understand that the way people behave when a warning is issued is really based on their experiences from previous warnings. So when they have warning after warning after warning and nothing happened, pretty soon they don't want to get off the couch anymore. Right?
It's so much, it's a reflection of what just happened. I never saw a stronger response to a tornado warning than the warning that happened 2 days after Joplin. I mean, everybody was, where do we go, what do we do? And we'll probably never see that level of reaction again unless we have another event like that.
That's something we're very sensitive to, and we really try to fine-tune things as much as we can, but I'm sure you guys will agree with me, it's never cut and dry.
When we say that we play 40-some games in the middle of severe weather season, I mean, we're playing outdoor baseball in Kansas City where it could be anything, and we wouldn't be able to play a baseball season if we thought, oh, there's the potential that we might have an issue, let's not play tonight. If we were to get the former Grandview Triangle and heading north and east, that's when it's like, this is bearing down on us and we're going to have to do something.
Yeah. But the more warnings we issue, the more we're interrupting people, the more they tend to tune them out. So we try to be as judicious as possible with that and not necessarily overwarn with the area or the length, but with the numbers of warning.
80% of you said that the tornado warnings were too long.
Too long.
Too long. Now, I would like to expand, whoever wants to say something on, is it our coverage? Is it the length of the tornado warning by the National Weather Service? I think we all need to touch on, you know.
What do you think about
What do you
that?
think?
I think we take it for granted that you guys are always there telling us what the weather's going to be and to prepare. And I think it's great, but I think we do take it for granted, especially, you know, when we're at home. Like at school, you have to follow certain guidelines. You have a lot of people that you're responsible for, and same with all of you guys. And although my family is very, very important, if we don't feel that immediate need to like go down into the basement or, you know, stock up for groceries for the next week or, you know, whatever, if we don't feel that sense of urgency right then we wait.
So when we're on wall to wall giving you the information, what is that moment? Is it a verbal cue? Is it a photo? What makes that urgency click in for your family?
For me, it's probably when you guys say, you need to go downstairs. Now.
I think there is perhaps an inverse correlation between the amount of time that you're on television and nothing that's happening and the amount of attention that's paid, because most of the time people are just concerned and unhappy about the fact that whatever television show that they were watching had somehow been disturbed. And it's almost a sad thing, but if nothing happens after a warning, then the warning itself loses any real impetus. So I'm not suggesting something should happen, but I'm just saying that people's attention wane.
We did some statistics at the National Weather Service, and we found on average, an individual location is in a tornado warning on average once every 3 years.
Wow.
So that means once out of every 3 years, we're asking you to get off the couch and go to your shelter. And even then, it's for 15, 20, 30 minutes, and that's it. I mean, that's really not much we're asking of you.
This is a topic that and Gary and Jeff and I really want to bring up here, and it is the outdoor warning sirens. And because a lot of people, you don't think it's something you need to worry about until you hear that. But, and we can have Eric Ramsey talk about.
They're meant for outdoors,
they're
right?
outdoor warnings.
That's just one of the redundancies of the warning system. You get the tornado warning, you hear the sirens, it really gets your attention because it gives you that, wow, you hear the sirens. This is a dangerous situation for the city.
But you shouldn't rely on it.
Right.
Outdoor warning sirens range in age. Some of them are 50 years old, and the technology is 50 years old.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. I mean, I want to thank the panel so much. If you guys have any final comments, I'd love to hear them. But we really appreciate you guys being here and being part of our show, 15 Minutes to Act. Let's hope we don't have many situations. Once every 3 years would be fine with all of us if we have a tornado warning. If it's an active year, it might be more than that. But let's hope that it's more like the not again this year, which would be great. Andy Bailey, Kalee, Dionne, and our panel, the mayor, and all of you, thank you so much for being here today. Spring also brings us the risk of major flooding. Michelle Apon introduces us to some of the most dangerous intersections.